Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we got to talk about Jaylen Brown winning the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and some of the talking points about maybe there's a rift between him and Jayson Tatum. Maybe, um, it's Jaylen Brown's team and not Tatum's. Hopefully, for their sake, that neither one of them's worried about that. They just keep their eyes on the prize because they have a chance to do something really special and let the chips fall where they may. Right? They have a situation where Jaylen Brown could win Eastern Conference MVP, and then Jason Tatum could win Finals MVP, and that's okay, right? It's not a problem to have people paint narratives. Jordan, who's the Pippen, who's all this, who's all that, but that doesn't really matter when you're in the fire competing. I mean, because they're two max contracts guys, right? So they're getting the full money that they are able to earn, and they are also having a chance to win championships. So um, it's nothing really to complain about if you don't listen to the noise and outside noise. Now we're gonna listen to what Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. and those guys had to say, um, and how somebody was saying that he didn't look too happy. Jason Tatum didn't look too happy when Jaylen Brown won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's check that out.
And when Jaylen Brown wins that award, in the moment that it happens, the rest of the team just goes crazy. And you were talking about it in our meeting earlier this morning. They all were so genuinely, look at them, they're all so genuinely excited for him. And you did not seem to think that it was mirrored in Jayson Tatum.
I think Jayson was just shocked. I think he played well down the stretch. He led them in rebounding. It was something that you wouldn't expect him to do. You think that a big man would take care of that, but I think Jayson Tatum was shocked. I think
it's Jaylen Brown. You got to take this into consideration. Y'all know that Jaylen Brown is averaging 29.8 points on 52% shooting 50% or better in every single game in these playoffs.
yes.
Think about that for a second. All right, so he was the MVP for the Eastern Conference Finals for a reason. So we got to take that into consideration. We also got to take into consideration the fact that Marcus Smart, once he was traded to Memphis, Jaylen Brown stepped up and made sure that his voice was a bit more pronounced to make sure that he sustained the standard that Marcus Smart helped implement rather. That was very, very important to Jaylen Brown. So the fact that he took that upon himself, and he's not just an elite player, the number 2 player on the Boston Celtics in the eyes of most, number 1 in some, but he's also the clear-cut vocal leader. Knowing that you'll need that vocal leadership against a team, presumably Dallas, possibly Minnesota, you're going to need that. It's not just the game, it's the voice. And that's why I say his name instead of Jayson Tatum. You're looking for Jayson Tatum to perform. You're looking for Jaylen Brown to galvanize the troops while performing. There's a difference. And I think that role for him is going to be pivotal.
Your feeling when you heard your name called?
I wasn't expecting that at all. I'll never win. So I was just happy that we won. And give credit to Indiana. They played us tough. I know, like, people think that Indiana wasn't a good team or whatever the case may be. I mean, I thought they were as tough as anybody we've played all season. They were physical. They were fast. They put a lot of pressure on us. So shout out to them and respect to them.
Now we're going to break down this play, and this is one of the things that people are talking about with Jayson Tatum. So off this Derek White missed 3, Jayson Tatum gets it and appears to reset. If you look up here on the wing, right in his face, Jaylen Brown, between him and Tatum, Neesmith is on the island, and the other defenders had not recovered, and it was a tie ball game. Shot clock only reset back to 14. So Tatum holds the ball, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's resetting and not wanting a quick shot. But then you see the shot that he gets, and you look at the score, it's 102-102. It looked like, to me, if you're going to pick out any scenario in the game and try to nitpick and say that there's friction there, it would be this play, because the shot that he ultimately gets, Jaylen Brown would have had a walk-in 3 or he even attacked the basket. You can't turn down that opportunity with someone who drives the ball that well, someone who's your equal offensively. And so this play right here, to me, it kind of leans into what people are saying, in my opinion. Again, Jayson Tatum may be a little shocked in that moment that he didn't win it, but I think anybody that watched that series knew Jaylen Brown kept them afloat early and often, and at times when Indiana could have ran away with some of the games and had been too far out of reach, Jaylen Brown put together some stretches down the stretch, for games to either extend them or give themselves a chance to win, keep them within striking distance. He did that so much. He hit the three to send it into overtime, and that's the play really that flipped the series on his head. They never recovered from that game because they went on to lose game 2, lost game 3 late, lost game 4 late. And so I think Jaylen Brown just proved, and Jaylen Brown was coming out when Tatum was struggling early, settling for threes, turning the ball over. Jaylen Brown was scoring the basketball with relative ease. He spent time guarding Siakam and getting some deflections and some different things on him. So he's kind of been the dog, and his personality is on the team. It's hard to just quantify everything in statistical production. Although I'm not saying that Jayson Tatum's stats are empty. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that Jaylen Brown has indeed embraced that Marcus Smart, because we were worried about that. You remember we were worried that Marcus Smart was going to the Memphis Grizzlies and that their whole thing would kind of be over. But you got, him, you got a good vet like Al Horford. And Tatum at times kind of reminds me of KD. And what I say about that is, I'm very gifted, very tough cover for anybody in the league, but I just want to hoop, for the most part. The leadership and all that stuff is cool, but it's not necessarily what I do best, and that's no knock on those guys. I mean, some players have it and some don't, but it seems like as time has gone on, Jaylen Brown has walked more into that role, and it is really his team now, and it's Tatum's team too, to some degree. But I'm just saying, as far as the voice of the locker room and who they listen to. Now, I think they have good players, good older vets that know how to play, and that helps too. That helps the younger guys look around and see how Drew Holiday prepares every day. See how Al Horford, how is he still playing so well at this stage in his career? And you have, like, the thing is, they've gotten through a point of their career where they both got the maximum money. So it would behoove them not to listen to anything anybody's saying, not even this video. I just took this video here to debate what was going on, but it would behoove them not to listen to anyone. Everybody's getting paid and everybody's making the finals. That's kind of rare in today's age, where they usually choose between one, especially a 1A type of guy, and another guy. They normally have clear-cut roles, but these guys are very similar at times in their career. Like last season, at times, it looked like it was Tatum's team. Now it looked like it's Brown's team, but it's always flip-flopped on his head like that. And it's a good problem to have because the team drafted us, right? So we're not even teaming up, but we got the talent of some players that team up together, right? You look at our skill set and what we bring to the table, we can match the guys that teamed up, but the team organically drafted us. And so we've had training camps together. We know each other's tendencies. We know what each other like to do. And some of the things that we may not even recognize that the other one does and opens up for us on the floor, we're so used to playing with that person at this point that there's no need to allow any dissension to come between the two. I think these guys, they stand a good chance to win the finals this year, and I think that'll all make it go away. Now, who wins the finals MVP? How does that make one person or the other feel? That's neither here nor there. I think they should be comfortable sharing the sugar with each other pretty much, man. So whoever wins, and we all win in the end. If we keep going back, we'll have the opportunity to win finals MVPs at different times. That's how I would look at it if I'm them. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.